Remember, you are given as your richest birthright the privilege of controlling your own thoughts. Therefore, treat this divine gift with the profound respect to which it is entitled, and do not allow anyone to do your thinking for you, or to influence your thinking in any manner whatsoever, except by the rules of accurate thinking I am passing on to you. Follow this procedure regardless of what people think or say about your method of thinking. If they wish to call you a cynic or a doubting Thomas, let that be their misfortune. But for your own good, go right on thinking by rules which will save you from many mistakes and tragedies throughout your life.
Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you warmly to this new episode, and in which I am so grateful to have you. This is a very impactful community. This is your community. You should feel welcome to be here. And we are going in this journey of transformation together. This community is really to empower you. It's here to bring you great awareness, to grow. We all growing together, to grow, to develop, to expand. So I want to welcome you back to Believe and Achieve, the 70 Principles of Success by Napoleon Hill. And it's exclusive only on YouTube. Okay? So this is here not just to learn. We are not just learning these success theories. We are here to unlock real transformation through timeless wisdom. Okay? If, of course, it's your first time here, I want to present myself. My name is Irene Daniel. I am a very successful entrepreneur and a global elite certified coach with Napoleon Hill Institute. And it is really an honor to guide you on this success, this space where we are not just gathering information. This is not the reason why I create this channel, and I am giving this free service, which is priceless when you really apply these principles in such a way that we are in this 30 minutes, more or less, to develop and how to apply in your daily life. I guarantee you already no matter how small these shifts are, if you keep persisting, you are going to feel the shift within. And of course, you start to become much more resonant with the opportunities that start to arise in your life. And so these principles really, they work because they're very much in alignment with universal laws. And to understand each and every principle is really important, to study it. But really, these are keys that has great potential to unlock your highest potential, reality that you become to, in the process, to become aware. Okay. So, and today's episode, we are going to talk about apply faith, in which I love it, because this is really you moving or transmuting energy into things. This is the bridge, yes, between thought and reality. This is movement. This is where everything becomes really in the evidence to be seen. Okay, so how I want to talk about how this principle is really important. It's really the essence of what, it's an unseen force. It's the essence that will guide us in ways that only when you have that knowing, yes, you will act on it. We go further in a few seconds. I just wanted to remind you that that I was already talking definiteness of purpose and the power of mastermind alliance. And today I'm going to talk about apply faith. And I have to tell you that all these principles that I talked and I am going to talk, they really are interconnected, and they build upon the last. But especially this principle, yes, this is where the theory, yes, starts really to become real, as I was saying before. And this is the moment where you start to embody it. This is where you start to express. And so to apply faith is you go behind of what the evidence may bring you as acknowledgement. Yes, to apply faith is really the foundation of all miracles and all mysteries. It's not possible to be analyzed by the rules of science. Yes, when faith is combined with a burning desire and backed by a clear action, it becomes a creative force. So Napoleon Hill teaches that faith is trust in the infinite intelligence. It's a belief in motion. It's when you know that you know. Yes, it's that visible force that manifests our desires through aligned action. And Napoleon Hill also says, and this is so true, that faith without works is dead. Yes, it's not waiting, it's moving, it's creating, is trusting, is you being loyal to your higher self, to your greatest self, to this invisible force that you are experiencing today. You cannot see, but you are knowing. Yes. And so this is in the moment when you apply faith, this is really the moment where the energy, it becomes crystallized. And how? It becomes crystallized through who you are, through the expression of that pieces that you start to recognize through you. And it starts to be crystallized through what you are, what you do, and ultimately your results. Okay? So to me, faith is the absolute trust we gain when we remember who we really are. This is my experience, not just in human, as human in a body, yes, but consciousness, creation, and divine intelligence in which we are and we give expression in motion, it means. So it is the trust that I feel deeply. This is something that comes from within, what comes through my soul. It's something that it feels real. Even if I cannot see, it feels real. Even if my logical mind says that is impossible. Yes? Faith, it makes the impossible possible. And it is really the bridge that brings the unseen to the seen. It's where intention meets creation. Faith is really the engine of miracles, and it's available to every one of us. It's available to every one of us. Only we are taught to believe, to have faith only when we see the evidence. Then we have that word of, or that movement of faith only by seeing it. But this is not that faith that moves mountains. We need to go behind what the eye can see, what the logical mind may try to give us as information, yes, so that we may wait until things show up, until the opportunities show up. Yes, this is not fully trust, not in trusting in who you are, and also not being loyal and trusting in that unseen, which is though present within you, within me. Okay? So I want to tell you about that when we are really having that faith, everything will be very much clear to us, not by the evidence, not through the evidence of what you're seeing outside, but there is a feeling of you having a direction, you understanding that the process in which you are living is not coming through understanding. It's not coming from evidence, but from you aligning your inner world first. Is the understanding of who you truly are, and is the understanding of these concepts, these principles, which are principles of life, that you start to become very much connected with what is faith. And you will start, of course, when you start to understand, to realize and to see even the evidence that was already given to you enough in your life. Actually, it was exactly like this when I started to study this information. I started, of course, also to realize that it was always present within me, and this you also can realize in your own life. So faith, applied faith, is really the bridge between vision and manifestation. Is you coming from that alignment, vision, purpose, intention, and that kindness within yourself, to be good to yourself through that self-talk, to that knowing that whatever your mind can achieve, conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. And so this is the understanding of all these principles. You come to that place of you now applying faith, you understanding what faith is, that even in the absence of the evidence, you will follow that knowing regardless. You will follow that knowing. And so faith really asks us to move when is unsure, and to act on that guidance immediately. Yes. And to affirm our path before it's visible. This is that affirmation. Yeah, you are knowing. You are knowing because you know the process. You know the process. You are just now expressing it from within through your words and through your deeds. They carry an intention. And that faith will, even in the eyes of fear, when you act on that faith, in that strong knowing, it's even not more faith, it's really knowing. Yes, that makes the difference between you just daydreaming but you living your dream. It's that what makes the difference between dreamers and dreamers that express their truth. Yes. So this is really phenomenal when we really are not more conditioned by the human sensor faculties. We are not conditioned from that limited belief in which we must really become aware of. and we are not more conditioned from thought patterns, yes, that are not really serving us to develop that higher potential within. And this is I always say, the moment where you're going to be tested, let's say, yes. What you see outside is really in the perspective of through the perspective of a memory, past experience, and they still may have strength or controlling you, but when you learn to apply faith by understanding, when you start to give your intention to focus in what you know is really your truth, when you know that you are a co-creator and you understand the process of creation, which is already done, to apply all these principles, it's really a joy. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy in the beginning, because there is very much contradiction in that logical, analytical mind. Yes, but it starts to be easier when you apply it every day. You know, that's why it's so phenomenal and so it's really empowerment when we are connected with like-minded people, when there is a community where it can beat all together, when you can be vulnerable and we can feel free in the beginning to speak without judgment. Yes. There will be a time where you will have that certainty, you see. When you have that certainty, then everything is okay, you know, because now you're operating from a higher consciousness, and you don't need no validation, you don't need not evidence to be, as I said, you. Faith is really you expressing your truth every day, regardless. I made that for me, and this is the truth. This is how I am experienced. But that's why it's so important that you experience that your higher future self in embodiment. And these principles really help you or activate you to understand and to recognize with that ease. It's not just being simple, it starts to be ease. Yes. And with that, I wanted really now, I'm going to let you, to tell you something that it's really deeply personal, but I want to share here with you. When I really started this journey in personal development, studying these principles, when I started to leave them, to express them, it means, yes, to embody them. Where I was really like struck, I was really surprised that I was always actually operating from that place, especially when I felt that when I felt the strength, like I really was operating from the will, the power of will. Like, I know this is for me. Yes, I understood that in a lot of situations in my life, and I know that it's the same with you. There were so many situations in my life where faith was being like, I was being guided by that invisible force already. It was present. I could not see, of course. I was not seeing. I still could not see, and I still could not put even in words, because my awareness was not so higher as it is now. But I could not put it in words. When I decided something, and family members or friends, they were like judging without, not, not that they were doing to hurt me, or they were not knowing better. They were projecting their own limitations within me. But even though I if they would ask me why you're doing that, I could not express exactly why. Actually, we say because I want that. We try to justify things from outside, but actually it was already that pieces of this person that I am today, of course, and even higher now, that was every time being birthed. Yes, it was that burning desire that made me, of course, with a certain clarity, but I could not express it, was pulling me to move. So in that time, I could not really understand what is going on, but now I do. And there are sometimes moments when we cannot, today I can put it in words, but in that time I could not really explain it. I could not really explain what's going on, but I knew I need to decide and make that move where the evidence was really not present. And it's still like that, but now it's different. Yes, now I understand. Now I am very much confident in representing who I am and expressing. So this is this trust and this relay on this, in this unseen force. This is what moves mountains. This is loyalty. This is loyalty, not to the situations, but to what I believe to be my truth, and what you may believe to be your truth. So dare to express it. So, and there were times in my life where I made bold decisions, really bold decisions. It was so many situations on my life, even before I became aware, that I made that bold decisions. Although I was not so that clarity, I was not knowing about these principles in the depth, but I was already using it. I embodied them, you see, but there was still not that structure that I have and built within. So I made that bold decisions that really no one could understand, but I stepped into that role regardless. I created business. It didn't work out, but it's okay. It was a process, this I know, in that time, for 10 years ago or more. But every call I received, it was really an upgrade. And it was an upgrade even in that uncertainty, because I always learn from it. I didn't learn in that moment because I still was not recognizing this greatness within me. Yes, I was not aware. But I was very much loyal always to that guidance, that whisper that I was not recognizing, that it was that future self, that higher self, that perfection, God within me, guiding me to where I am today. Yes. And I really always follow that calling. Are you following your calling? Yes. And I didn't need that proof to move. I didn't need that proof. As today, I don't need no proof. Only that time I was very much not having the direction, a clear direction. I was not knowing my purpose. I was not being moved with intention. Yes, it was everything already there, but it was in very much in the depth. So I was not aware. And to be aware is really the essence of deliberately manifestation, and is the essence of you applying faith, is by understanding. And this makes life much more meaningful. And this is you even taking certain steps where you may call risk, which I don't find is a risk. A risk is you hearing the call, but you are not moving. Yes, not moving in or answer that call just because you start to move in a path of uncertainty or unfamiliar, and there's a resistance because you cannot see all the steps through. But that's why it's important that you understand definiteness of purpose, that you understand the mastermind alliance. And now we're going to speak, of course, further other episodes, other principles that when you follow this system, this is going to activate the strong faith that unseen forces is always guiding you, protecting you, and to pull you to act, even in the uncertainty. So, and though without proof and no guarantee, it was not a guarantee for me. I could not see how it would look like exactly, and things were not so sure for me what's going to happen if I do this step, if I make this decision. But I was certain that I need to make that decision so that I feel true to myself. Yes, to feel true to myself, I really felt very much in resonance with who I'm supposed to be today. In that time I didn't know, but today I know. Now I understand every step I did before. Yes, because now I'm in a higher awareness. So applying faith, it was really what brought me here. If I would be in all that, in that all security, that actually is just because it's secure, because it's familiar. Yes, because it's programmed. Yes. If I would have stayed there, not experience even in that unconscious state, not experience all that what I call adversity and obstacles and preparation, yes, that refinement, I would not be so where I am today. So I bless all that experience. I feel blessed that even in the eye of fear, I moved. So I was already applying this principle every time. But when there is understanding, when we start to understand, it starts to be that peace. I say it's simple but not ease, but now it's ease. It's still uncomfortable, but I feel comfortable in this in that uncomfortable feeling. But this is not my state of mind. This is just a feeling that I observe, but I don't give no importance. Yes? So I was moved in that time blind. It was really an inner knowing that made me make that decision. Yes? Today, the faith that is moving me, I understand. I understand. In that time, not. So today, it's a faith that I understand when I feel not from the impulse of certainty, an impulse from uncertainty, but there is very much in that relaxed state, I move. This is really a whisper that says, this is the way, this is your path. And this is a kind that burns so deeply and it's so loud that I could not ignore. And so this is the experience that I made every time when it happened, big shifts in my life, even when not in this high awareness, where I was not knowing better. It was in that moment of me applying faith that big shifts happen within me, and because I was expressing, I was being loyal, then it starts to be crystallized, evident to the eye of others. For me, it was already from the beginning. It starts really to be crystallized in the eyes of others. Yes? And in that time, I could not even realize what I'm telling you now. Now I see the magic, the miracles happen every day. I always say I see the hand of God working in my life. I see it. Yes? This is a powerful principle in which even in the scriptures are written. You just need to have the faith, you just have to need to have that small faith, that small belief, you see. And when you have that, when you are really very much loyal to that unseen force, yes, then everything will show up. Then you will understand, oh wow, thank God I decided like this. You will see then. You will see it was the right move. But this is an experience that we must do every time. And the more aware you are, the more you understand, you will see it, the more brave, the more courage you will be. Yes, more confident you will be. Because the more you elevate, the more, of course, are going to be, your faith will be tested. I will say tested, because it's always you living all the time that comfort zone. It's the moment where you leave that comfort zone, is you living by applying faith. This is you bringing movement, yes, to the energy. So, and I realized that I was not waiting that the right moment comes to me. I was really not waiting. I was creating the moment. You see, this is what happens. When you are applying faith, you are not waiting that the right situation, that opportunities comes to you. You start to create the moment, to create the situation. Yes, and that is the difference. You don't wait for the right moment, you create the right moment. You create the opportunities. And this is when you apply faith. This is when you trust who you are, you express who you are, and you are showing that even in the absence of that evidence, that it's already done. You coming from that knowing it's done. Yes, this is faith in action. And when you are not applying faith in what you affirm to be your truth, this is really a question of time. You will lose that power. You start to be disconnected from your higher self. It's always connected. There is never separation, but you must be loyal. Otherwise it starts to be weak. And this is where a lot of people then really lose faith. Yes, the word lose faith. This you dismiss that trust. Yes. And so it's very important that you are loyal to you, to yourself, to your reality, to what you believe to be your truth. And when you follow these principles, it's really creating momentum for you applying now in that uncertainty decisions that you are making from that relaxed mental state. Okay, even if fear shows up, is you looking in the eyes of fear. Don't ignore, just look at, it's there, but you apply faith though, because this is what, from that state of being, knowing, understanding, everything will show up for you as it show up for me. Yes. And yes, this is one principle that I know that you already applied very much in your life. And so I want to ask you, have you ever felt or ever follow your intuition without proof? Having that hunch, and though you didn't had no evidence, you did it anyhow, you express it anyhow. Can you remember a time in your life where you follow your feeling, an idea, that you could not explain, but you know that was the right thing? Have you ever acted in faith and only later you saw the blessings? Only later, thank God, I follow my feeling? Or are you at a crossroads now and waiting for clarity? Are you standing in that place, in that situation, and now you are waiting for a sign when you should know that the answer actually is already within you, and you just need that right question, or maybe the right community, like a mastermind alliance. That's why it's so important. Sometimes it's important to know that the evidence will never tell you who you truly are. You are not defined by this situation. Remember that. And you are not defined by your past. But all you need is a clear vision, clear direction. Yes. Understand your purpose. Give an intention. And then really apply faith. I would love that you really share in the comments your experience, your thoughts, because this is good for all of us that are here in this community, that are growing, that are here really to be inspired. Each and every one of us, we hold something very special, and by sharing, even if you're not aware, you are really connecting with others. Maybe you are holding something, through your experience, you are holding something that will benefit 100% others. So that's why communities are so important. Yes, write in the chat, share with us. Yeah. Let me tell you, you are not alone. As long as you have this community, yes, you are never alone. Connect, and we are here all to learn, to be vulnerable, yes, and to learn to live by faith. And to apply faith is really not using your senses, like by sight. The eyes will deceive you. Yes. You see, it's really by you becoming aware every day, what is that is moving you now? What is that is moving you now? Yes, that you start to recognize, is the situation that makes you move, or is that deeper knowing? So you can already start to observe, to reflect upon every decision that you make every day. Be true to yourself. Are they coming from the evidence? Are they coming from a past experience? Are they coming from the suggestion of others, from other experiences, or it's coming genuinely from within, from that unseen force, from your higher self, from your future self? This would be nice for you to very powerful if you could already really start to become more aware of it. So, and how to apply faith? You see, it's really like you spending 5 until 10 minutes each day in silence, Go within, meditate. You start to journaling. Yeah. By doing so, you open the channel to infinite intelligence that is within you, within everyone. Yes. But you connect with a higher force, with an intelligence that will give you all the answers, because every question triggers an answer, and the answer that you made to yourself you will be gained through that intelligence that is actually connected and is within you. Okay, so act on intuition immediately. Yes, when you feel that pull, when you are knowing, yes, when you have that idea, an inspiration comes to you, flows to you, don't wait, move with trust. You see, let that action becomes your prayer. When you're persistent, you will see miracles happen. Move even in the eyes of fear. You don't need the evidence, but you need a clear direction. Okay? You need a clear direction, and you need you need to understand the order and the structure. You need to understand what is going on. And high awareness is what it will bring you further, and you will be much more in ease to apply something that actually is it's a part of you. It's a part of you. Okay? Of your knowing, of who you are, of what you are, and it will be crystallized in what you're doing and in your results. So affirm, really constantly affirm who you truly are. Say, I walk by faith, not by sight. I am a co-creator with a divine intelligence. I am one with a powerful creator force. My purpose is guided and protected. But you just don't say you don't just say the affirmation. You feel what that means. These words, they have an emotion. This frequency has a vibration, an emotion, yes, that will empower you. Yes, that will empower you, especially when you apply faith. That's why take action will become your prayer. Yes, you need to support the energy. And it's easy when you understand. So the other one is release the how. The how, it's what really damaged the miracle, to see the miracle, to feel the miracle that flows to you, through you, and you will see it crystallize in your reality. Faith is not about knowing every step, it's about moving anyway. And just take the first step, and the next step, you see, will show up. Every day, one step, and then you will see, because God always allow us to know. We always reward when we apply faith, even when the evidence is not there, but you are knowing, you are reward. You are. And so is you taking every day one step. You can take 2 steps or 3 steps. But if you take one day a step in that knowing, you will know the next step. Yes, you will know. You will know the next move. you create momentum, and life starts to be that meaning and fulfilled already even before the evidence is there. This feeds your creativity. This feeds your persistence. You see, it creates the miracles because you are applying it. Everything that you know you are. Yes, you are expressing it. And from that energy, yes, from that created energy, it's something extraordinary you will receive. Have no doubt. It's the truth. So, and of course, surrender yourself. You see, surrender to that always knowing, or want to know and to see. Surrender. Just follow this knowing. Start to understand, read books, join a community, a mastermind with people that are, that are also in the process of development and growth. People who are visionaries, who are innovators, people that are really, that you are in the resonance, that you feel the resonance, it supporting, they may support your growth. Okay, so speak with faith, claim faith, and claiming is you really taking the action. Yes. So I would love to give you a short meditation that I designed for you. And so I don't have no music here, but it's okay. I just want that you go in a quiet place. If you want, you can close your eyes or you can leave it open. But the most important is that you take really a moment to move this wisdom from the mind, yes, and go to your heart. So I want that you take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. So take again a deep breath in and slowly exhale. So I want that you place your attention gently on your heart. Okay, pay attention to your heart, to that most expansive, honorable emotions, and imagine a warm golden light glowing there. And you imagine that warm golden light is your faith. And it has been always from the beginning there, guiding you, protecting you. In every breath, let that light grow. And that light will always grow when you are aware and when you understand. It's always faithful to you when you trust, when you believe, when you're knowing. Let it expand through your chest, down your arms, through your body, and into the space around you. Now silently affirm, I am guided. I act with courage. My faith makes me unstoppable. I believe in who I am. I believe in what I am. I am loyal to the unseen craft. I want you to breathe it in again and then exhale fully. One more time. Take a deep breath in and then exhale fully. And when you're ready, gently return. And then carry that faith with you. Because by carrying that faith with you, it's you trust not only in who you are, but trusting that everything is already done and you is just now expressing it in ways that you never did before. So applying faith is really the key to unlock invisible doors. It's the moment when you stop asking if you are ready and you just start now to make commitment decisions and then you move. And let me tell you that every time you choose faith over fear, every time you follow that inner pull, you become that miracle that you are waiting for. You see? This is really the essence of applying faith, is you expressing without one time misregarding your true essence, expressing what you know to be your truth, and be really very much in resonance with the whispers of life. This is the guidance you need. You don't need to see, you need to be in resonance. You need to be very much clear and feel the resonance of that pieces of you that you are recognizing coming from that higher place, from the source, yes, of creation, and you start to express it. And this is when miracle starts really to happen. Yes. So this week, of course, I would love that you take action in alignment with your higher self, apply faith, journaling. Yes. You should take one action that really feels aligned, even if it's really scary. Share, of course, your experience with me in the comments or in the message here on YouTube. And of course, I would love to hear them and I will answer, of course. And I will, of course, also walk the talk as always. Everything that I'm experienced, I am representing and being very much loyal to that personality that actually I am here being. And so find ways to express, and then don't respond to life, and be very much in resonance to that unseen force. Yes. So if this episode really has a kind of if really resonate with you, yes, I would love that you subscribe then to this channel, click the notification bell, and yeah, and if you really love this message, maybe you want to share, of course, also with someone that is really needing and waiting for a message like this. And if you want to go deeper in these teachings, I would just love to invite you to join our newsletters. You can go to head my landing page. You scroll to the to mail me section, and you can send a small message like, I would love to receive extra insights, and we will send you the highlights for every missing session. And of course, Leslie, I would love that you mark in your calendar and show up, you see, taking that responsibility every day. Once you start, then you bring that to end, and be just loyal to yourself, to no one else, first you. And next week, we are going to explore going the extra mile, which for me it's a very much amazing principle that I'm going to be here and to connect with you with this principle. It's rooted really in the reach of attitude, generosity, and the law of increase. So it's going to be really very much gold. Thank you so much for being here. It was, as always, a pleasure. Until then, keep rising, keep applying these principles. And I know that when you apply and be really very much in the persistence of applying faith, everything really is going to be very much crystallized around you, from you, yes, expressing and crystallizing in your reality. Okay, so keep believing in yourself, and I will see you Tuesday, the next session at 3 p.m. Central Europe time. Until then, thank you so much, and God bless.